Welcome out to Judy Noble Field alongside Charlie Cradle Jones for coming here to game one of Mississippi State's season. Coach his first season with the Bulldogs. Charlie, Mississippi State coming off of a slightly disappointing season in 2025, and now here in 2026, they finally have a new fresh squad with a lot of returning faces and an exciting bunch to say the least.
Disappointed last couple of years from Mississippi State. Fast habit fell off a little bit. That Harvard wins to 9 straight wins. Competing for State. Now with the season, this season, of course, we have high expectations. Get O'Connor in here. Translate the best class in the country. Not here preseason, but in the country. Looking for some big things this season. Exactly. Well, our starting lineups to be posted. Starting out with the basically the team leading off for Hofstra, Michael Brown in the leadoff spot. Number 2, Bolton's Tyler Thomas. He will be playing center field. The second baseman is number 1, Tyler Castraterio. The first baseman, the 21 Danny Corona. The DH for tonight on the fifth spot is CJ Briggs. The third baseman and the sixth baseman is Gabriel Hofstra. This team looks like nothing this week's
first base tonight for Bulldogs. The designated hitter is Reed Stallman. In the fifth spot, 6, 7, 8. Minor Woodson, Kevin Belusky, and in the 9th spot is Chris Chance. Starting out the bottom, exciting to have him back for Mississippi State as a sophomore. He's a great addition here in really excited.
Yeah, he was so on fire a lot last season. Kind of like big stars and like big teams. He just got out on Friday night. So we're super excited to see what Ryan can do. It's going to be that.
The best computer in the quality of all sports. Lots of rankings kind of going over across the SEC, across the college baseball. So to lead it off will be number 1, Michael Brown, the shortstop. Ryan Pearson, the right-handed starting pitcher for Mississippi State. So he gets set up in the windup, and Brown will step into the left-handed batter's box. So we get set for the first pitch of the 26th season. Lines and deals in the first pitch, and it's going to be
fastball. Forward on this pitch. Right past him, swing and a miss, strike one.
Middle infielders kind of pretty close to second base. Third baseman playing pretty tight. As the middle pitch is outside for ball one, a 1-1 count. Now to Brown.
Yeah, not a bad pitch there either. Fastball, just a tiny bit outside. Could have gone either way. Doesn't get it.
1-1 pitch, winds and deals. Fastball outside for ball two.
And that's the same pitch back to back, hoping to get the call that time. Didn't as well. So now 2-1 count.
2 balls, 1 strike, no out here in the top of the first inning. McPherson, winds and deals. First person to McPherson, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out here in the top of the first inning. Looking to get started on the right page to win his first strike back of the season. 3-2 pitch.
About last time this was just 5 straight fastballs. He could have had 2 strikes with the ones that were balls just right on the edge of that zone, but nonetheless, Ryan McPherson just throwing heat right down the middle.
Next up now for Hofstra will be Tyler Cox, the center fielder, as he takes the first pitch of breaking ball inside for strike one.
Yeah, first pitch, that was a little off speed. Kind of caught him off guard. Caught looking right down the middle of the plate. Strike three.
After Michael Brown gets caught looking, 0-1 pitch now to Cox. Fastball inside for ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. No runs scored yet in the ball game. Tyler Cox, number 25, the big swing and miss on
Fastball, swung finger into the ball. Completely way off speed wise.
It's the redshirt senior. And the Bulldogs move to a shut. And it plays perfectly. Goes right through the shot to the and count number 2 is already. Top of the first inning. So, Colorado started to set at least the first 2 numbers. Tyler Straterio, the second baseman, right-handed hitter, steps up to the plate.
With that pitch loaded inside, the way he really do that, just chop it out. Slow to first base line, easy.
First pitch to Castro is right up the middle, rolling. Collision between the middle infielders. Not what you like to see with Garrett Fry and Woodson colliding right as the ball goes right up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Castroterio.
Yeah, ball hit right up the middle, gets past McPherson. Both guys try to make a play on it. And leave. And if it's really pride, he gets such a base of the tail, getting with it. Both turn on it, both hit the drop. And that's that. Single for Hofstra.
Yeah, it just seemed to be a communication error right there, but nonetheless, runner sitting at first base, 2 outs down. Ryan McPherson in the stretch with Daniel Corona, the first baseman, in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him is a fastball outside. He pitches the corner. First strike out.
Yeah, good pitch there. Not when the biggest spin here. Get ahead of the counter.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ace Reese moves over towards right, shallow right field. Runner goes from first. Master throws down. The throw is not there in time. To a stolen base for Castroterio. And with 2 outs down, Hofstra has a runner in scoring position. Top of the first inning, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Danny Corona, the first baseman. And after the middle infielders from Mississippi State collide on base hit, ground ball right at the middle. Now Hofstra will have a runner at second base, and Ryan McPherson trying to get out of the jam. Lead Denver and game position.
Yeah, big interesting relationship early. It's kind of this, obviously, started off quick outs. If you get a tough collision, now they've got stolen base in scoring position. Let's see if he can clean this up. Keep the score 0-0 going on.
Ryan McPherson in the stretch glances over at second base. The stretch and the pitch opens out a big swing and miss from Dana Torona.
Swung really early on that, but we do not see it to speed. Expecting the fastball next week on the batter.
Big crowd for game one. Doing Huey Rebels. 1-2 pitch. Survive the top of the first and we'll be back for the bottom of the first inning. 2 outs. Nunnally for the Bulldogs. Ace Reese and Tia. We'll be back to the bottom of the first inning. Mississippi State baseball.
And we're back here in Duty Noble. No runs scored here in the top of the first inning. Now in the bottom of the first, James Nunnally to lead out for the Bulldogs. Where's number 6 standing in the left-handed batter's box. As the first pitch to Nunnally is a big swing and a miss. 94, a high fastball. No balls and 1 strike, no outs in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Martinez has some heat there. 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Big swing from Nunnally. 0-1 count.
Now the 0-1 pitch, a fastball clips the inside shin of Nunnally. And just like that on the second pitch to the transfer leadoff hitter, we now have 1 runner standing at first base. Now with Ace Reese headed up to the plate.
Yeah, and Ace Reese, I mean, one of the best players in college baseball. Dominant with a bat in his hand, and we love to see Ace Reese up to bat with anybody on base, but I'm sure Hofstra's not looking forward to this right now.
Ace Reese coming off of a stellar sophomore season, .352 batting average, 21 home runs to lead the Bulldogs last season. You'd like to think he has a similar season here in his junior year. First pitch to Reese is a high fastball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, you got to be careful pitching to Ace, especially anything across the plate. It's going to be tough for him not to just hit that out of there, so you got to be really careful if you're Martinez.
Martinez, the right-handed pitcher in the stretch. The stretch and the pitch. Off-speed pitch, low and inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first base, no outs.
Yeah, hasn't really given him anything to swing at all. Being very careful with the pitch selection that he has here for Ace.
No score yet here in the ball game. Ace Reese gets set with 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Martinez, 2-0. Off speed inside, catches the corner for strike 1. So 2-1 count with no outs.
Yeah, good pitch there. Off speed, right in the middle of that strike zone. Ace was not thinking that at all and gets caught looking.
Ace Reese, a preseason All-SEC first team and a preseason All-American. As Nunnally steals for second base, and Martinez throws it over towards the second baseman and catches Nunnally stealing for out number 1 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Nunnally did not time that up well, was trying to wait for him to wind up to throw, never even wound up at all. And then Martinez turned around and even got a little confused that he was running and just kind of tossed it over, easy out. Suddenly no runner on after the questionable decision there from Nunnally.
Nunnally, only a sophomore, a transfer from Virginia, still has some of those young mistakes, and a costly one here in the first inning for Mississippi State. 2-1 pitch to Reese, breaking ball, catches the lower half of the zone to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out.
Yeah, back-to-back great pitches there from Martinez. Off speed, off speed. Ace is just kind of looking at it, hasn't swung his bat yet.
Ace Reese in the batter's box, the 2-2 pitch, off speed, swing and a miss, and Martinez with a big strikeout on the All-American for 2 outs.
Yeah, 3 straight off-speed pitches. Looked at the first 2, swings at the last one. In the dirt, strike 3. And Martinez cleaning this up nicely after the second pitch of the game hit Nunnally. After the mistake from Nunnally, and then cleans up Ace Reese, has a chance to get out of here. 3 up, 3 down.
So 2 outs now, a big strikeout, and a pickoff after James Nunnally gets caught stealing. And now Aiden Teal, the transfer center fielder, now sitting in that 3-hole spot, takes first pitch for strike 1 with 2 outs and no score yet here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, 4 straight off-speed pitches now for Martinez. He is sticking with it, and he's throwing it really well.
Martinez in the stretch of the pitch, a check swing as the home plate umpire checks over at third base. He said that Teal did not go around, so 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs.
Yeah, went to the fastball there, 95 miles per hour, high and outside. Nearly got him swinging, but able to keep that bat in check.
Teal, the left-handed hitter, comes set. Martinez, the 1-1 off speed at 85, and a big swing from Teal. Bulldogs still looking for their first hit here in the first inning, trying to get things started off on the right foot.
Yeah, really struggling with the off-speed right now. They cannot time it up. He's throwing that and making it look easy.
Martinez winds and deals, check swing, low in the dirt. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No score yet in the bottom of the first. Fans are still filling in to Dudy Noble. See the student section pretty full and out in right field. Plenty of fans in each of the seats throughout the concourse. Exciting time to be a Bulldog. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Martinez winds and deals. Check swing and a foul ball. All the way back as that makes its way into the second deck.
First bit of contact we've seen on a ball this season. Foul ball up into section 210, but let's try and get on base here. Make something happen.
Aiden Teal, also a 2026 preseason All-American 4th team. The 2-2 pitch, another foul ball, left side, out of play. Martinez off to a pretty solid start here for Hofstra.
Yeah, I mean, outside of 1 pitch where he hit the leadoff Nunnally, he's done great. That off-speed's really working state right now. They cannot hit it at all.
Aiden Teal, the junior, out of Mahwah, New Jersey, looking to find his first hit as a Bulldog. As he gets set, the 2-2 pitch from Martinez, off-speed pitch and a foul ball. 3 straight over to the left side as that one bounces off of the screen.
Yeah, just needs to time it up a little bit better there. Just a little bit late on the swing. If he can time that up nicely, he'll get a good base hit.
A little bit late for Teal as he gets set. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Pitch and a swing and a miss and a big strikeout from Martinez as he pumps his fist over at the Bulldog dugout. And that'll be it for the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back as the Bulldogs make their way for the start of the second inning. And we're back now for the top of the second inning. Ryan McPherson back on the mound. First pitch to C.J. Griggs is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball inside for strike 1.
And Ryan can pump the fastball 96 miles per hour. Crazy speed.
0-1 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 1 to even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs here in the top of the second. Bulldogs unable to find a base hit in the bottom of the first inning. Ryan McPherson, the 1-1 pitch. Catches the lower half for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, a 96 mile per hour fastball into an 83 mile per hour breaking ball is just crazy speed difference, a 13 mile per hour difference in speed there.
1-2 pitch to Griggs. Check swing as that one enters right into the Mississippi State dugout. An absolute rocket. Those players over there got to keep their head on a swivel after that one.
It's crazy how they don't even flinch. None of them even moved. Went right over their heads. Not an inch of movement from anybody in that dugout.
Griggs, a sophomore from Baldwin Place, New York, takes a 1-2 pitch. Another fastball from McPherson. Outside for 2-2 with no outs.
Yeah, just wanted to keep him in check, keep his eye on it. Outside fastball. Not really hittable, but now probably going to line up a breaking ball here.
2-2 pitch, inside corner for strike 3, and Ryan McPherson with his second strikeout of the evening comes in a big way with the leadoff hitter on Griggs. 1 out away in the top of the second.
Yeah, I thought he'd go breaking ball, but he completely ignored what I said and went a 97 mile per hour fastball right down the middle, and no chance of hitting that. And we put 1 away to start the top of the second.
Another Hancock-Whitney strikeout for McPherson. First pitch to Gabriel Malera, the third baseman. Another fastball over the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, he's pumping this fastball right now. He's loving it. I'm expecting it here to come again.
McPherson in the windup. The 0-1 pitch as that one hits 97, but inside for ball 1.
Yeah, just a little bit inside. Really good pitch. Seeing if he can get a swing on that, because that's not really a pitch you want to swing at. Nonetheless, great eye there.
1-1 pitch to Malera. Fastball outside for ball 2. So a 2-1 count with 1 out away in the top of the second.
Yeah, went low and outside there. Not a bad pitch.
2-1 pitch. Big swing from the third baseman. Evens it up at 2-2.
Yeah, they are struggling to swing at that fastball. 96 over the heart of the plate. Was not able to touch it very late on the swing.
McPherson nods it off. 1 out away, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside. Couldn't frame that one just right from Maluski, the new catcher for the Bulldogs. Transfer from Seton Hall. Full count, the first one of the season. Full count and a check swing as that one rolls foul over towards the Bulldogs dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out away. No score yet here in the top of the second inning. Ace Reese standing at third base, Woodson at shortstop, Fry at second, and Bevis at first. Payoff pitch is fouled back once again. Back-to-back foul balls. McPherson looking to get out of this one.
Yeah, great battle here. Found the last couple off. Hung in there, got it to a full count. Really good battle here between the two.
McPherson gets set. Payoff pitch to Malera, and it's another ground ball right up the middle. Back-to-back ground balls right up the middle, and the second base hit for Hofstra tonight comes from the junior from New York. And now Nick Galelo, the right fielder, will step up to the plate with 1 runner on and 1 out here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, way to battle there from Malera. Able to hang in there and eventually get a pitch he likes and hits it right up the middle. Decent speed roller right up the middle. No one can get to it. Good base hit for Hofstra.
So after that base hit up the middle, we have 1 runner at first base. First pitch to Nick Galelo is an inside fastball. That one is fouled back over towards the right side, out of play.
Yeah, they're starting to time it up a little bit better here. A lot of foul balls, a lot of contact. Like to see McPherson recenter, relock back in, and start throwing some heat.
Now the 0-1 pitch, a big swing from Galelo. Now McPherson ahead in the count, 0-2, with only 1 out.
Yeah, great pitch there. Fastball right by him, way late on the swing. 0-2 count here for McPherson.
McPherson in the stretch, looks over. The 0-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball over the other direction that enters right field. They'll toss it in towards the middle infield, not only able to ground it in, and just like that, runners at first and second, and McPherson with only 1 out.
Yeah, he's got to lock back in here. He's given up 2 straight hits. Really well placed from both batters. Able to put him at places where our guys around the infield couldn't get to. And now first and second, guy in scoring position, guy at first. Got to be careful here for McPherson.
So it'll be the left fielder, J.J. DeVito, sitting in the 8-hole spot for the Pride. Gets set. The first pitch to him is 83 miles an hour. A breaking ball to DeVito for strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch. Get ahead of the count. Can't afford to be behind in a count right now with the 2 guys on base.
McPherson in the stretch, the 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball. And a great scoop from the catcher Maluski. After that one was kind of caught up in the dirt and could have gotten away from him in a hurry.
Yeah, you're right, John Wesley. Really good save from Maluski. That could have gotten behind him. Would have been an easy 2 bases for them to take.
1-1 pitch. And DeVito swings at that one. Can't find the ball, so a 1-2 count coming up. The fans in the dude are trying to bring some life into this baseball game here with 1 out. Runners at first and second. The 1-2 pitch to DeVito is high and inside for ball 2 to even it up at 2-2.
Yeah, if you're McPherson here, just keep ripping the fastball. Make him have to hit it. They've been struggling so far in this game of even touching it. Put him away, get 2 outs.
The 2-2 pitch with 1 out. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Ryan McPherson now with 3 strikeouts this evening. Comes in a big way with runners at first and second, trying to get out of this jam after back-to-back base hits from Galelo and Malera.
Yeah, just like I said, rip the fastball right down the middle, make him have to hit it. Exactly what he did. He couldn't touch it. Stick to the fastball if you're McPherson. They cannot hit that thing. Every breaking ball, the 2 hits that he's allowed this inning have been breaking balls, and so just keep that fastball rolling. They are struggling to even touch it.
The first pitch to the catcher, Nick Biddle, catches the outside corner for strike 1. 2 outs away, runners at first and second. No score yet here in this ball game. We sit in the top of the second inning with Ryan McPherson. 3 strikeouts through an inning and 2/3. A breaking ball on the 0-1 pitch evens it up at 1-1.
Yeah, fastball to start. Get strike 1, breaking ball low, seeing where his eyes are at, seeing the plate discipline, and a good no swing there to even it up 1-1.
McPherson glances over at second base, trying to keep the runner close. The 1-1 pitch answers with a fastball. Now McPherson ahead in the count at 1-2.
Man, the fastball is just nasty. They are not even swinging, even looking at it. They're just flying right by him, straight to the catcher. Expect the same thing here.
McPherson just pumping it in the zone. The 1-2 pitch. Chopper over to the first base side. Gloved by Bevzit. Throws it over to McPherson, and that will be out number 3. No runs here in the top of the second inning, but McPherson gives up 2 base hits. It'll be no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back. No score yet here in this ball game. Due up now for the Bulldogs will be Bevis, Stallman, and Woodson. We'll be back for the bottom of the second inning with more Mississippi State baseball. And we're back now for the bottom of the second inning. Blake Bevis, the transfer first baseman, steps up for his first at-bat, and a big swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch from Martinez.
It's cool the difference between the 2 pitchers right now. McPherson just rocking that fastball right over the heart of the plate. No one can touch it. But then Martinez using that off-speed really, really well, and State struggling to hit that. So cool how both pitchers using 2 different types of pitches to be effective.
That's right. The 0-1 pitch, a chopper over to the left side out of play into the Bulldog dugout. Yeah, Charlie, that's an interesting point, and we've kind of seen this, especially with non-conference play with Mississippi State. We see the hitting and the batting averages go up as conference play enters, largely due to the practice and the preparation all throughout the offseason, playing against, high-speed pitching, and then you face some lower levels, and it's kind of a different feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's rare you see a guy throwing pretty consistently in the mid-80s, and that's what you're seeing here with Martinez. His fastball is very quick, but he sticks to this off-speed so much that it's almost typical you're going to see a pitch in the mid-80s, even low 80s a lot of the times.
So Carlos Martinez, the starting pitcher, through 1 inning pitched, has 2 strikeouts. Pretty solid evening so far. Hasn't given up a hit yet to the Bulldogs. after the foul ball from Bevis. The 0-2 pitch. Now a ball outside for ball one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Bulldogs still looking to find their first hit. Here now with Bevis in the cleanup spot to start it off here in the second. As the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt and short, evens it up at 2-2. No score yet here in the ball game. Bulldogs looking for their first hit as well as their first run, trying to find some momentum early here in this game 1 in the 3-game set against Hofstra.
Yeah, and they just got to time up this slower pitch. They can lock it in, and once they can find that speed, they'll be money.
The 2-2 pitch to Bevis and a big swing and a miss. Off speed inside. And another strikeout. It'll be the 3rd one for Carlos Martinez as he strikes out the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second. Now Reed Stallman due up to the plate.
Yeah, just got to time it up like I was just saying. Very early on that swing. Maybe was sitting fastball or just not used to that kind of pitch, but very out in front of that one. And State remains hitless so far.
So it'll be Reed Stallman, the graduate student outfielder, 6'3", 220 out of Robbins, Iowa. Due up here with 1 out. And the first pitch is a liner into deep right field, and that's a line out straight to the right fielder, Galelo. And the first, quick out for Mississippi State, but you like to see the contact, as that's pretty much the first decent ball that Mississippi State has been able to get out and play.
Yeah, that's the first ball, I believe, that's been in play all game long. Stallman rips it out into right field, but unfortunately rips it right to the right fielder. I believe it's Galelo. And nonetheless, 2 outs here. But good to see a State player finally put a bat on a ball and crank one a long ways.
So just like that, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Ryder Woodson, the shortstop for the Bulldogs. A pretty close play back in the top of the first inning as he collided with Garrick Fry. He takes the first pitch outside for strike 1. Ryder Woodson, a sophomore from Naples, Florida, takes the second pitch, pops it up towards the deep right field, and that'll be another pop out for Mississippi State. And just like that, 3 outs, and the Bulldogs will head to the top of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base as Ryan McPherson heads out to the mound for the top of the 3rd. We'll be back for more Mississippi State baseball in just a minute. And we're back for the top of the 3rd inning. Michael Brown, the shortstop for Hofstra, the leadoff hitter, looking to find his first hit. Takes first pitch high and inside for ball one. No score yet here in the top of the third inning. Hofstra hasn't been able to get a run across the board, but now have 3 hits off of Ryan McPherson.
It's a really good eye there from Brown on those first 2 pitches. Both fastballs, one high, but not too high, right at the top of that zone, and then the other one just outside. Really good discipline from Brown not to swing on those.
As the 2-0 pitch is fouled back and deflects right off of the screen and right at the calf of the home plate umpire, so heads up play right there.
Maluski tried to save him, wasn't able to do so, so it clips the calf, but the ump took it like a champ.
So Michael Brown, the junior out of Las Vegas, Nevada, takes the 2-2 pitch, fouls it back, and evens it up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. No runs yet here in the top of the third inning. It'll be McPherson starting on the mound, Maluski behind the plate, Reese, Woodson, and Fry in Bevis. Chopper down the first baseline, foul.
Yeah, a lot of contact right now, but both contacts have been off the off-speed pitch. Like to see McPherson just keep ripping that fastball until someone can prove they can hit it.
So McPherson winds and deals. The 2-2 pitch is low and inside. So that'll make it a full count coming up to the leadoff hitter, Michael Brown.
Yeah, again, just off speed, low and away. No one's ever going to swing at that one when you make it that obvious. Not a great pitch there, but McPherson can get it back right here with a good strikeout.
Now the payoff pitch is fouled back once again, and we have a battle amongst us with McPherson and Brown.
Yeah, Maluski nearly caught that off the foul tip. Would have been a great play. Just falls out of his glove. Full count remains.
Maluski strikes out in his first at-bat, and now a big full count coming up to him here right now. The payoff pitch, and that's a high pop-up, ranging back just between the shortstop and left center field, and that will be caught by Ryan Woodson for out number 1, so 1 out away here in the top of the third. Ryan McPherson now with 4 strikeouts on the night, and he's relying on his defense for a little bit of the help to get away here in the third.
Yeah, I'm sure Woodson feels good that no one collided into him that time, able to just corral that nice and easy. First out of the inning here.
Yeah, big heads-up play back in the first inning. Woodson and Fry collide on a ground ball right up the middle. Glad to see that they're back in the infield and perfectly healthy. First pitch to Tyler Cox is breaking ball inside. The second pitch to him is a fastball inside for ball 2. So quickly, 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out away. No score yet here in the third.
Yeah, McPherson's first 2 pitches there weren't great. Not really hittable, not really swingable, and so got to get back in this count.
2-0 pitch is fastball outside corner for strike 1. So 1 out down, a 2-1 count to Tyler Cox, the 2-hole hitter. He's playing center field tonight for Hofstra. And the 2-1 pitch is a fastball outside to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you just got to keep throwing that fastball. No one can touch it. I don't know why you would throw a breaking ball when you had that fastball working like it is right now for McPherson.
McPherson nods it off. Now he gets set. The winds and deals. Fastball over the middle of the plate as that's a high pop-up opposite field. Ranging back is Bryce Chance, and that is caught at the warning track for out number 2. And it's nice to know that you have some veterans out in the outfield that you can rely on making good plays like that, Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely. Off that fastball, that's really the first hit of the game off that fastball. That's in play all the way back to the warning track, but Bryce Chance makes it look easy. Hauls it in, and now 2 outs here for State. Chance to get out of the inning.
Now Tyler Castrotero steps up to the plate, takes first pitch at 97 for strike 1.
Yeah, Ryan's pumping it, continuing to do so.
The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside for ball 1, so 1-1 count, 2 outs away. Castrotero, the first base hit back in the top of the first inning that collided Woodson and Fry. As that pitch is grounded over towards Bevis at first base, he'll pick it up and step on the bag for out number 3. Ryan McPherson gets out of it, and just like that, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We'll be back for the bottom of the third inning. Due up for the Bulldogs, Fry, Maluski, and Chance. We'll be back for the bottom of the third for more Mississippi State baseball. Welcome back out to Duty Noble. Alongside Charlie Curley, John Wesley Cochran here with you. Garrick Fry, the 7-hole hitter, steps up to the plate. Bulldogs still looking for the first hit. First pitch to Fry is off speed, inside for strike 1.
Yeah, that off speed has just been working for Martinez, and Garrick Fry caught looking at it for strike 1 here.
Garrick Fry, the senior second baseman out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Excited to have him as a veteran on the squad. Takes the second pitch, fastball outside and fouls it back. So no balls and 2 strikes with no outs in the bottom of the third inning. No score yet here in the ball game. Bulldogs trying to make a nice impression for Brian O'Connor and his squad here in this 26th season.
Yeah, and Martinez can do a really cool thing here when you're working that off speed. That fastball's hard to hit, and right there, Garrick Fry really behind on it.
0-2 pitch, a ground ball over towards the right side, gloved by the second baseman, throws it over to first base for out number 1, and just like that, a ground out for Garrick Fry. 1 out away.
Yeah, Martinez has us guessing right now that he's just throwing that off speed so much that he went back-to-back fastballs, and Garrick late on both the swings. One's fouled, and then the next one's a dribbler out to first base for an easy cleanup.
So Garrick Fry retired on the ground out to second base. And Carlos Martinez having a pretty solid night through 2 1/3 innings. Has limited the damage for the Bulldogs as Kevin Maluski, the transfer catcher from Wallingford, Connecticut, takes the big swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, big old swing there, not able to make contact.
A 1 pitch, off speed, fouled into the Bulldogs dugout. And Carlos Martinez once again staying ahead in the count, sitting at 0-2 now on Maluski.
Yeah, and he's done that the whole game, right? He went off speed first, timed it up deep, big swing, just didn't time it up well enough, and then he goes fastball, and Maluski very early on it and rips it way foul. So has us guessing, like I said earlier.
1 out away, no runners on. The 0-2 pitch and a big swing as he clips it. Catcher unable to field it and throws it over for out number 2. So a strikeout for Maluski, and now we have Bryce Chance, the senior, stepping into the box, looking to find something for the Bulldogs. Trying to put it in play and trying to find their first base hit of the night. Crowd finally starting to get into it a little bit, give the Bulldogs a little bit more encouragement. As the first pitch to Chance is off speed outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Martinez doing a really good job so far. This is really the first time in a while he's been behind an account. His first pitch has been a strike or a foul ball or something almost every time, but now behind in the count here for Martinez.
The 1-0 pitch, fastball responds, but the home plate umpire didn't give it to him, just a little bit outside. Now for ball 2, so Martinez behind the count on Chance, the left fielder for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that's a pitch that can really go either way, and the ump sided with us, which is great. 2-0 count.
2-0 pitch to Chance, and that's a high pop-up deep into center field. Ranging back is Cox, and he will seal the deal for out number 3. Carlos Martinez, pretty solid through 3 innings. Able to limit the damage, hasn't allowed a hit yet on the Bulldogs, so no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base for Mississippi State as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back. No score yet here in this ball game. We'll be back for more Bulldog baseball. And we're back here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch is popped up over towards the left side. Ranging back is Ace Reese as he able to track in the foul ball for a quick out number 1. And Ryan McPherson pretty happy about that one on the first pitch.
Yeah, first pitch swinging, way late on the swing. Wasn't expecting the fastball. Pops one up high. Ace Reese able to corral that in for out number 1.
So just like that, Corona retired on the pop-up on the foul ball. Now due up is C.J. Griggs, the DH tonight for Hofstra. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1.
Yeah, not a bad pitch there. Fastball, low inside. Wasn't able to get a swing on it, but a good pitch there from McPherson.
Still a scoreless ball game here in Dudy Noble. Second pitch is a line drive just past Garrick Fry as that enters right field for another base hit. So 4 base hits now for Hofstra. Bulldogs yet to find their first one here in game 1 against Hofstra, but have to tip your cap to this squad as they have seemed to find a way so far against the sophomore pitcher Ryan McPherson.
Yeah, Griggs ripped that one right in between first and second, all the way out to the outfield. A really good hit there from Griggs.
First pitch to Gabriel Malera, the third baseman, is inside fastball for ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. No score yet, but a runner sits at first base as the 1-0 pitch to Malera is a big swing for strike 1.
Yeah, great pitch there to even out the count 1-1 for McPherson.
McPherson leans in, looks over at first, comes set. The stretch in the pitch, the 1-1, the off-speed pitch is a little low and inside for ball 2. So a 2-1 count coming up to the third baseman, Gabriel Malera, who was able to secure his first base hit right up the middle back in the 2nd inning. Now the 2-1 pitch is a big swing from the third baseman to even up the count at 2-2.
Yeah, McPherson's mixing up his pitches a lot more now. You're seeing a lot more breaking balls, a lot more off speed, and then mixing in that fastball when need be. So kind of opened up the arsenal here for Ryan.
So Griggs now sits at first base. 1 out away, the 2-2 pitch, and that's a opposite field base hit as that gets down just inside the line. Runners moving from first to third, and a double stand up for Gabriel Malera, the third baseman. And just like that, Gabriel now 2 for 2 in this ball game, and we now have 2 runners sitting at second and third. Perfect scoring position for Hofstra. And now they have Nick Galello, the right fielder, who's now 1 for 1 on the day. A perfect spot now if you're rooting for Hofstra.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's hasn't been bad today, but has been struggling as of recent here. Hofstra's been doing a great job of getting bats on balls, putting them in play. Now they have 2 guys in scoring position.
First pitch to Galello is off speed outside for ball 1.
Yeah, going to need Ryan's best stuff here to get out of this unscathed. Going to be hard to do. Obviously, anything in play will likely bring in a run, so got to bring your best here.
1-0 pitch, ground ball over to the right side as that squeezes in the gap between first and second. Runners moving from second to third. Play at the plate. Tries to tag the runner, but cannot get him in time. So just like that, an RBI single for Nick Galello drives in 2 runs. And just like that, Hofstra now leads 2-0 over the Bulldogs here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, might need a mound visit or something. And right as I say that, there comes Parker now to meet with them. McPherson kind of started to get a little rattled, a little unfocused, and has given up a few big hits here. And all of a sudden, Hofstra opens up a 2-0 lead here at the top of the 4th.
Yeah, if you got to think about the implications. Ryan McPherson coming into the season, a sophomore, lots of pressure. Mississippi State ranked, some as low as 3, as high as 6, but nonetheless a top 5 team for Mississippi State this season. So a lot of pressure for Ryan McPherson to deliver and have good results. So, a good time now for Justin Parker to go in, check on his starting pitcher, and have a quick word, maybe tone it down just a little bit and see if he can get out of this inning here in the top of the 4th without much bleeding here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and it's got to start now. 2-0, and our bats haven't even heated up yet. Still hitless on the day. Got to figure out something quick because a couple more runs and State would have to do something crazy to be able to pull this back, especially with the bats struggling that they are right now.
Now the 1-0 pitch, a high pop-up over towards the right side as right fielder trying to look for it. Not only tracks it down for out number 2, so a big out for McPherson to kind of settle the nerves a little bit after the 2 RBI single just recently.
Yeah, that was much needed for McPherson. Kind of settle him back in, help him to dial it back in here, get one more out and get out of this inning and let the bats get hot.
So a pretty productive mound visit for Justin Parker. We now have 2 outs away here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Nick Biddle, the catcher, is a fastball outside for ball 1. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. A runner at first base. A 1-0 count to Biddle Fastball over the middle for strike one.
Yeah, great pitch there, even out the count. McPherson here, got to put him away. Can't allow anyone else to get on base here, put anyone in scoring position.
As McPherson gets set, looks over, 1-1 pitch as that is fouled back right side. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McPherson with a chance to get out of this inning.
Yeah, this has got to be the pitch right here. Put him away. Get these bats up. Let's retake this lead.
So if McPherson can kind of get out of this inning, do you think McPherson can go another?
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely can. I think it's more of what Parker wants to do. Because, I don't know how many they expected him to be able to go here on Friday. Everything went absolutely perfect, but obviously he's been struggling these last couple innings. Hofstra obviously takes a 2-0 lead here, so we'll see what Justin Parker's thinking, but I think he could go another inning if he can refocus himself.
1-2 pitch, a chopper right to McPherson, and he'll flip it over to Bevis for out number 3, and just like that, Bulldogs able to get out of the inning, but not before Hofstra tacks on 2 runs to take the lead over the Bulldogs. So Mississippi State heads into the bottom of the 4th inning, down by 2 runs, as they'll head to the top of the order with Nunnally, Reese, and Teal due up to the plate. We'll be back for more Bulldog baseball. We welcome you back out to Dudy Noble Field. Bulldogs still looking for their first hit, their first runs of the evening, as they are down by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. James Nunnally, the right fielder, takes the first pitch high inside for ball 1.
You're exactly right. High inside fastball. Nunnally just jumps back, steps outside the box for ball 1. Got to get these bats going.
Now the 1-0 pitch is off speed. Catches the outside corner for strike 1 to even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs now to James Nunnally.
That's one you got to swing at. I mean, that's over the heart of the plate. Slow pitch, 82 miles per hour, and he just watched it slowly fall into that strike zone.
1-1 pitch from Martinez. Off speed outside for ball 2.
Yeah, great eye there from Nunnally. Takes that one high outside. 2-1 count here for Nunnally.
Bulldogs, no hits yet in this ball game, but at the same time, not a whole lot of base runners. James Nunnally, if I'm not mistaken, the only base runner of the night. This 2-1 pitch is roped down the first baseline, but that is foul. You'd like to see James Nunnally get a hold of one, the leadoff hitter now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you're right. He has been the only person on base after getting hit by a pitch on that second pitch of the game, but yeah, we'd like to see someone get a hit, get on base, and breathe some life into this Dudy Noble Field. They're waiting to erupt, but there hasn't been anything to go crazy for yet.
No outs in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2 pitch is A breaking ball way outside, and a full count coming up to the transfer outfielder.
Yeah, just got to be careful here. Choke up on the bat a little bit. You have a full count. Have good discipline here. Get walked or anything over the heart of the plate, swing at it.
Not only the left-handed hitter looking to find his first base hit as a Bulldog. The payoff pitch, off speed and a swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Carlos Martinez, his 5th one of the night.
Yeah, hard to be late on a breaking ball thrown 79, but Nunnally was. I think he was hoping he didn't have to swing at anything, but caught off guard by the off speed. And a very, very late swing, misses it completely, and Martinez just rolling right now, making it look easy.
So after the 5th strikeout for Carlos Martinez, now through 3 1/3 inning, pretty flawless night for the starting pitcher for Hofstra, as the first pitch to Ace Reese is low and inside for ball 1.
Yeah, great eye there from Ace. That's a pitch that a lot of guys swing at, but Ace being such an experienced player, keeps his eyes right on the ball, doesn't swing at it for ball 1.
Now the 1-0 pitch to Reese, a breaking ball outside for ball 2.
Another one that's a pitch that a lot of guys swing at. High breaking ball, ropes back inside. Really good discipline not to swing at that.
No hits yet for Mississippi State, down by 2 runs as Hofstra leads 2-0 after a 2 spot in the top of the 4th inning. As a 2-0 pitch to Reese is a fastball outside for strike 1.
Yeah, and it just feels like State's scared to swing the bat. That's a fastball down the middle, and just looks at it. We've got to start swinging these bats if we want to get a hit and get this game rolling here. Feels like some timidness or maybe some sort of just unfamiliarity. I don't really know what's happening, but we got to swing at balls like that.
The 2-1 pitch to Reese, and that's roped into right field just over the second baseman. And now Dudy Noble starting to erupt after the Bulldogs finally get their first hit of the evening. The returning hitter for Mississippi State, the best one back in the 2025 season. And now the preseason All-SEC, All-American finally gets his first hit of the night.
Yeah, and that's exactly the same pitch he threw the one before where I said he needed to swing at it, and this time he did, and there you go. Base hit, great hit, and very fitting. Ace Reese is the guy to open up the season. First hit here for State.
So 1 out away, 1 runner on for Mississippi State. Bulldogs finally get their first base hit as Martinez will step off of the rubber, throw it over towards first base to try to keep Reese close to that bag. Aiden Teal, the 3-hole spot for Mississippi State. Left-handed hitter, center fielder now for Mississippi State. First pitch to him is a breaking ball over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, great pitch there. Maroon and white chants going all across Dudy Noble right now. I'm sure Martinez hasn't seen anything like this in his career, so see how he handles it now that the State crowd is, able to get into it.
Martinez in the stretch in the pitch, fastball outside for ball 1 to even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out away as middle infielders sitting at double play depth. Outfielders playing a little bit back. Aiden Teal, pretty big size dude. Takes the 1-1 pitch, is off speed a little bit high, and he backed up and shaked his head. He knew it wasn't a good one for him.
Yeah, Martinez seems to be a little more cautious now with the pitches, throwing a lot more off speed now, going back to what was working earlier in the game.
Aiden Teal, the 2-1 pitch to him is a fastball inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out away.
It's almost like he heard me there. Goes straight back to the fastball when I say that, but way too far inside, and shakes his head no yet again, did Aiden Teal.
Crowd here at Dudy Noble calling for ball 4. The 3-1 pitch to Teal is a big swing and a miss, and that'll bring up a full count.
Yeah, and that's one Teal wants back. Swung out of his shoes on that one with the fastball. Fastball high, right down the middle, and just barely misses it. Full count now for Teal.
3-2-1, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ace Reese sitting at first base. The payoff pitch to Teal, and that's fouled back. Inside fastball as that heads over towards the Hofstra dugout.
Yeah, great save there. Way to hang in there if you're Teal. Just put a bat on the ball, stay alive. Still a full count. And just have good discipline. Swing at the pitches over the plate. Let the ones go that aren't.
Perfect night for baseball, 63 degrees outside, and the sun starting to set on Dudy Noble. One out away, the payoff pitch to Teal, and that's a breaking ball outside and a ball for walk. So Ace Reese heads over to second. Aiden Teal will walk over to first base. And with one out away, Bulldogs have runners at first and second, with Reed Stallman heading up to the plate.
Man, that is such a close call. That was right on that strike zone line and in our favor, and I'm grateful that it is, but that could have gone either way. Definitely, Teal sold that a little bit with the instant bat toss and run to first base, and we get the call that we need.
So with that, after the base hit from Reese and the ball four walk to Aiden Teal, we'll have a mound visit up to Carlos Martinez, who up to this point has had a really solid performance against the top-ranked Bulldogs. Only given up one hit, one walk, but 5 strikeouts to this highly touted lineup for Mississippi State.
Yeah, he's been so good all game long. They're going to leave him out there, obviously, but just the off-speed early was what was working. State could not touch that mid-80, low-80 pitch for the first 3 innings, and then finally here in this 4th inning, the bats got going. Ace Reese has gotten us going, and there's some life now in Dudy Noble Field. Good thing to see.
That's right. Bulldogs down by 2 runs as Hofstra leads 2-0. 1 out away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Aiden Teal at first base. Ace Reese at second. Blake Bevis, the first baseman for Mississippi State, in the cleanup spot, up to the plate. The first pitch to Bevis is a ground ball right up to the second baseman. He thought about throwing it over to second base, but he settles for first base. So 2 outs away as Blake Bevis able to move the runners and advance them. So now runners at second and third, 2 outs away, and Reed Stallman, the returning transfer, now steps up to the plate.
Yeah, very, very, very fortunate that Costararo did not haul that in properly. Fumbled it a little bit, so just had to take the out at first. But, man, if he corralled that, that could have been a double play ball. But we'll take it. 2 guys in scoring position with 2 outs. Stallman has a chance to bring them both in.
First pitch to Stallman, off speed outside for ball 1. Bulldogs down by 2 runs. Have a great opportunity here now with runners at second and third. Reed Stallman, who played JUCO baseball at Des Moines Area Community College, transferred to Campbell. Transferred to Mississippi State after 1 year at Campbell, and now here at year number 2 with the Bulldogs. Had a pretty impressive season last year, batting .265 with 11 home runs, 34 RBIs. Could come up huge here with a couple runners in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch is off speed outside, and a 3-0 pitch coming up to Stallman.
Yeah, Stallman's probably going to swing out of his shoes on this one. 3-0 count. Has a chance to do something really big here. But also Martinez knows he can't put anything over the heart of the plate because he knows that Stallman's going to be swinging out of his shoes on this one. So this is going to be a cool little pitch here. See what Martinez decides to do.
Stallman, the tall left-handed hitter. The 3-0 pitch, fastball outside. First strike 1 at 93.
Yeah, and that's a pitch you just have to swing at if you're Stallman. That's a fastball down the middle. And just looked at it. Didn't even put a swing on it. 3-1 count. Be ready to swing here, Stallman.
Hofstra leads 2-0. 2 outs away here for the Bulldogs. A 3-1 count to Reed Stallman. As that pitch is popped up out of play left side. That'll head its way just past the left field berm and onto the concourse.
Yeah, just a little late on that one with Stallman. Swung hard at that one. Full count now. Be smart here with what you do. Whether it's a walk or a base hit. Let's get one of these guys back in the dugout and a run on the board for State.
So after the foul ball, a full count with 2 outs. Teal and Reese at second and third. The payoff pitch And a line drive into right field. That gets down for a base hit. Stallman heading towards second base. And he slides into second, safe. And a 2-out RBI double for Reed Stallman. And the Bulldogs tie this game here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, exactly what we wanted to see from Stallman. Full count, ropes one out to right field. Drops right there, one hops to the wall. Stallman gets the double. Probably could have had a triple, but he started the celebration a little early as the ball got away from him. Nonetheless, State ties it up here. Stallman with the double. And there you go. That's a great way to start off the season for State. First points of the season, and that's huge.
Man, what a way to get things started for Mississippi State. Reed Stallman ropes it down the first base line right off of the Anderson Plaza in right field next to the bullpen for Hofstra. And after that exciting double, Bulldogs tie up this game at 2-2. So Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, sitting in the 6-hole spot for Mississippi State. Right-handed hitter steps up to the plate. 2 outs away, Bulldogs tied it at 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th. As we now sit at a 2-0 count with Ryder Woodson after that off-speed pitch outside.
Yeah, it seems Martinez is a little bit rattled right now. 2 straight pitches in the dirt. He's got to lock back in because this inning is not done yet. You got a guy in scoring position.
Great opportunity for Mississippi State to take the lead here as that 2-0 pitch is a fastball outside and a 3-0 count coming up to Ryder Woodson.
Yeah, that's 3 straight pitches that aren't hittable at all. You don't even have to really have much discipline not to swing at that because those aren't even close. Got to be careful here. Don't want to get 2 guys on and Garrick Fry who can rake right behind him.
Martinez gets set. Fastball high and inside, but that is somehow caught by Ryder Woodson as he ropes it down the left field line foul. Charlie, I have no clue how he got a contact with that.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very inside and somehow probably hit right off the hosel or something. I'm not even sure, but nonetheless, 3-1 count here.
2 outs away. Stallman at second base with a steady lead. The 3-1 pitch, breaking ball over the heart for strike 2 and a full count coming up to Woodson.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. Huge breaking ball. Was going right at him to start and then curves right back over the heart of the plate. Full count now for Woodson.
Martinez in the stretch, glances over at second base. The payoff pitch to Woodson, and it is a errant pitch, and Stallman able to make his way over to third after the wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's a worst case scenario. Walkingham's one thing, but an errant pitch that gets behind the catcher to advance Stallman to third. Now you got a guy at first and third, and you have Garrick Fry, who has a big old bat.
And kind of like you talked about earlier, Charlie, Carlos Martinez had a pretty good start through 3 1/3, but right now you're starting to see the effects of the dude. You know, that saying kind of started a few years ago, the dude effect. And right now with Mississippi State, with this massive, massive crowd here in Game 1, you're starting to see the benefits of having such a big baseball park.
Yeah, and ump stopped play. I'm not exactly sure why. O'Connor trying to understand. He seems to understand now, but Garrick Fry wasn't a fan of it. Had some words initially. But nonetheless, here we go.
So back in play, runners at first and third. It'll be Woodson at first base, Stallman at third base, Garrick Fry, the 7-hole hitter. And the 1-0 pitch is low and inside for ball 1.
Yeah, and if you're Martinez, you have to be so careful. Garrick Fry has such a big bat. He can crank one out of here at any moment, and so you have to be careful, especially with a guy in scoring position. Martinez has to find a way to get out of this inning.
Martinez pitch count already now to 64 now through 3 2/3. As that pitch gets off, as it's low, and Reed Stallman runs towards home plate, slides in after the wild pitch. And Mississippi State takes the lead 3-2 after that ball gets behind the catcher. And Bulldogs now have the lead by a run as the runners advance.
Yeah, and that is something you cannot do. He did it the last at-bat to advance Stallman to third, and then there it is early here. Errant pitch gets behind the catcher, and Stallman slides home to take the lead back. And Martinez has kind of crumbled here after such a good start. This fourth inning, he has not been able to do much.
So back-to-back wild pitches, and they really benefit Mississippi State as Stallman moves from second to third and third to home after the wild pitch. And the 2-1 pitch to Garrick Fry is a fastball inside, as that makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, if Garrick gets on base here, I'd assume Hofstra would make a pitching change. You got to get out of this inning, and right now Martinez is making it look really hard to do so, especially if Garrick can get on base here.
Guys getting loose for Hofstra in the bullpen. And the 3-1 pitch is another wild pitch. And Woodson moves from first to second. And after that wild pitch, from second to third. And the wild pitches have been a very negative aspect now for Hofstra here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, and here he comes now. Hofstra going to make a pitching change, it seems like. Martinez, he started out so strong that off speed was working. State couldn't touch it, but here in this fourth inning, it seems like they figured it out. Or not seems like it. They most certainly have figured it out. The bats have heated up. And now Martinez will be done for the day. And a pitching change coming for Hofstra.
So Carlos Martinez, through 3 2/3 innings, gives up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 4 wild pitches. That'll be the end for Martinez. And Bulldogs now have the lead 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 outs. We're going to step aside for just a few minutes while we have this pitching change. We'll be back for more Bulldog baseball. And we're back now for the bottom of the fourth inning. Kevin Maluski, the catcher for the Bulldogs, now steps in. The right-handed hitter takes first pitch for strike 1 after Mississippi State comes off of a pretty stellar start to the bottom of the fourth inning. They tack on 3 runs and are able to run out Carlos Martinez as he pitches 3 2/3 innings. Now the 0-1 pitch to Maluski. Tried to throw it down over to second base, and an errant throw down, and another run comes across as Woodson moves from third to home. They tried to get Fry on the steal and throw it down, but Biddle's throw from home plate was off the mark, and Bulldogs now lead by 2 runs, 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Mississippi State only with 2 hits in this ball game, still lead now by 2 runs, 4-2 over Hofstra. Hofstra able to have 4 more hits, but Mississippi State taking advantage of these wild pitches and these mistakes for Hofstra after that other pass ball from Biddle, and now Fry makes his way over to third base. So now a runner sitting at third with 2 outs. Kevin Maluski, the right-handed hitter sitting in the 8th spot for the Bulldogs, steps up to the plate now, has a big opportunity with another runner in scoring position. Infield shifts over to the left side. Chopper over towards shortstop. Maluski trying to run it out at first base, but unable to beat the throw. So 3 outs, and Bulldogs will end the 4th inning. They score 4 runs on 2 hits, an error, and 1 runner left on base in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs able to take the lead as they lead by 2 runs, 4-2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Don't go away. Stay tuned for more Bulldog baseball as we head to the top of the 5th. And we're back now for the top of the 5th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Mississippi State, Duke Stone, to pitch for Ryan McPherson, as Ryan McPherson has a pretty solid outing for Mississippi State. Ryan McPherson goes 4 innings pitched, gives up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Now Duke Stone to take over. Now the 1-1 pitch to Michael Brown, the leadoff hitter, inside for strike 2. So no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. State leads 4-2 over Hofstra. The 1-2 pitch to Michael Brown is fastball outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs in the top of the 5th. Michael Brown has yet to secure a hit here today, and a big swing and a miss as a low breaking ball catches a big swing and a miss. Maluski unable to obtain it, but catches it from the dirt and tags Brown to secure the out. So 1 out away in the top of the 5th. A strikeout to start off things hot for Duke Stone. And now Tyler Cox, the center fielder, sitting in the 2 spot for the Pride. Looking for his first hit of the night. Takes first pitch, fastball over the heart of the plate for strike 1. A 4-2 lead, Mississippi State over Hofstra, top of the 5th. 1 out away to Tyler Cox, and the 0-1 pitch is fouled back for strike 2. Tyler Cox, the outfielder, a redshirt senior out of Westbury, New York, transfer from West Virginia. Sits at about 6 foot, 185. And the 0-2 pitch, off speed, a little inside for ball 1. So 1-2 count coming up to the center fielder for the Pride. 1-2 pitch with 1 out, breaking ball outside, not enough for the home plate umpire. So ball 2 to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. State leads 4-2 over Hofstra as Stone winds and deals, and a swing and a miss for Tyler Cox, and a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Stone, and a great start after he comes in for relief over Ryan McPherson here in the top of the 5th inning. Duke Stone wearing number 11, the 6'5" right-handed pitcher. Pretty big guy, weighs 235 and stands at 6'5". Not the kind of guy you want to see if you're standing in the batter's box. Tyler Castero takes the 0-1 pitch and low in the dirt for ball 1 to even it up at 1-1. So 2 outs away after back-to-back strikeouts in the top of the 5th inning. State trying to conserve this 2-run lead as they lead 4-2 over Hofstra, and a check swing from Castratero improves it to a 1-2 count for Duke Stone over the second baseman. Stone in the windup, winds and deals the 1-2 breaking ball slider is outside. Great catch from Maluski behind the plate. So Deuce is on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Duke Stone gets set, winds and deals. And the fastball inside, not enough. Makes it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. In the top of the 5th inning, Dogs lead 4-2. And the payoff pitch is a breaking ball outside and not enough, and ball 4. So Tyler Castratero will make his way to first base. Castratero, the 3-hole spot, has just found a way to make his way to first base. As Maluski will make his way over to the mound. Have a quick little chat with Duke Stone after the ball 4 walk. And now Danny Corona, the first baseman, will step up to the plate. Corona, the left-handed hitter, stands at 6'3", 215, a graduate student. Transfer from Missouri. Duke Stone will throw it over to first base and try to keep Castratero close to the bag. Duke Stone now on the stretch. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Corona, off speed and a big swing from Corona. Ace Reese, the third baseman, now runs out to shallow right field as the Bulldogs defense shift over towards that side. Trying to play towards Danny Corona, the big left-handed hitter. College baseball has kind of moved to that analytic side of things and try to make any changes to improve their chances of getting outs. Now the 0-1 pitch is a chopper over to the first baseline, gloved by Bevis, but the first base umpire says that the ball was foul. So a near close call right there, as that could have been out number 3 after Duke Stone started off the inning with 2 straight strikeouts. But a ball 4 walk to Castratero, and now we sit with a 4th batter this inning with Danny Corona, sitting at no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Duke Stone in the stretch, glances over at first base, now comes set in the stretch. The 0-2 pitch to Corona, and that's fouled back just over my head on the left side. Count remains the same at no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. State leads here 4-2 in the top of the 5th inning over the Hofstra Pride here in Game 1 of the 26th season. Duke Stone leans in, the 0-2 pitch off speed, and that's lifted into deep center field, ranging back, and that is off the wall. Nunnally looking for the ball. Runners moving from second to third to home as that play is right at Ace Reese, gloved in a stellar throw from the outfielder Aiden Teal. And the Bulldogs get out of the top of the 5th inning, not before they give up a run after that big RBI hit. But nonetheless, Corona trying to reach for third base, and he's caught by the center fielder. So that'll be 4-3. Mississippi State still leads by a run here in the top of the 5th inning. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Mississippi State Baseball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we're back now for the bottom of the 5th inning. Bryce Chance, the 9-hole hitter, steps up to the plate. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Mississippi State leads 4-3 over Hofstra. Duke Stone took over for Ryan McPherson in relief. Starts off back-to-back strikeouts, gives up a walk, and a base hit from Danny Corona, trying to reach for third base, able to secure the RBI, but called out at third base as Aiden Teal had a strike from center field over to third base and able to limit Hofstra to only 1 run. So a 4-3 ball game as Bryce Chance sits at a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch. Off speed outside for ball 2. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs looking for more insurance runs. Bryce Chance, the 9-hole, would send it to the leadoff after his at-bat. The 2-1 pitch is off speed, clips the outside corner to even it up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 5th. 4-3, Bryce Chance, the graduate student, veteran from Mississippi State, as that breaking ball is in the dirt, probably about a yard short from home plate, as Bryce Chance had 0 thoughts of swinging at that pitch. Sun has finally set here in Starkville on Dudy Noble Field, and the lights are starting to shine pretty bright. Now the 3-2 pitch, and that's a high ball lifted into right field. Ranging back is the right fielder, Galelo, and that'll be caught on the fly out for out number 1. So 1 out away in the bottom of the 5th, and now it'll be James Nunnally out of San Diego, California, to head to the plate. James Nunnally, the leadoff hitter for Mississippi State. Only a sophomore, had plenty of experience as a leadoff hitter under Brian O'Connor as a freshman for Virginia. The Cavaliers were 22-7 through 30 games as James Nunnally was the leadoff hitter for them whenever he led off. So now the 1-0 pitch is another breaking ball outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Bryce Chance flies out here with the first at-bat. Not only the second up to the plate, the 2-0 pitch is a fastball inside for strike 1. Bulldogs wearing the white pants with maroon jerseys. Hofstra wearing all grays with blue hats. As the 2-1 pitch is a line drive straight into right field, but that is out of play. Just over towards the Ring of Honor. Out in right field over that beautiful right field entrance here at Dudy Noble Field. As Reese, the left-handed pitcher, gets set. The 2-2 pitch is lifted deep into right field. Ranging back is Cox, and that'll be caught just shy of the warning track as the Bulldogs retire back-to-back batters on flyouts to right field. And now Ace Reese, who got things rolling last inning in the bottom of the 4th inning with his base hit down the right field line, was able to get the Bulldogs bats hot and running and spark some life into this Bulldog crowd here in Game 1 against Hofstra. So now a lefty-on-lefty matchup with Ace Reese here in his third at-bat. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Ace Reese, the two-hole hitter for Mississippi State. Looking to set a big impression for MLB scouts as a preseason first-team All-SEC, as the 1-0 pitch is a foul ball, rolls down the left line over third base. Reese sitting at 1 for 2 on the day, now has a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Bulldogs looking to buy some more insurance runs here in the back half of this ball game. Only lead by 1 run, 4-3 over Hofstra. Reese comes set, the 1-1 pitch to Ace Reese, and it hits him right in the back, and Ace Reese nearly hits Nick Biddle, the catcher for Hofstra, as he tried to sling his bat over towards the dugout and nearly clipped him in the head. But nonetheless, with 2 outs, Mississippi State has a runner at first. And now Aiden Teal will step up to the plate. Back-to-back lefty matchups. Aiden Teal sitting in the 3-hole spot. Came up really big in the outfield after a strike from center field, around right center field, throws it all the way over to third base to find it right in the hands of Ace Reese for the big out to end the top of the 5th inning and save 1 more run from scoring. So now we sit at a 4-3 ball game, a pretty close one here in game 1 of 26 season. Aiden Teal still looking to find his first hit after he struck out in his first at-bat and walked in his second. Now the 1-0 pitch, a check swing. Third base umpire says that Teal did not go around. And now a 2-0 count to Aiden Teal. Aiden Teal sits at 6 foot, 200 pounds, the redshirt junior. Transferred from Virginia, grew up in San Diego, California. 2-0 pitch to him is a fastball outside in a 3-0 count coming up to the center fielder. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. State leads 4-3. A 3-0 pitch to Aiden Teal, and it's low and away for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. Aiden Teal will jog over to first. Ace Reese trots to second base. And now Blake Bevis, the cleanup hitter, the senior transfer, will now be due up to the plate. Blake Bevis wearing the number 33. The senior transfer rather from Ball State. Grew up in Brentwood, Tennessee. Now finally getting to experience his time under the lights in Dudy Noble. Fans are still sticking around for this close matchup. Not a whole lot of room here in these seats here in the grandstands. But now back to the action. Bottom of the 5th inning. Dogs up by 1 run, 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs away with runners at first and second. Reese in the stretch. The stretch of the pitch and his check swing in a strike as the off-speed pitch catches the inside corner to Blake Bevis. Bevis yet to find a hit so far this evening. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to second base. It'll be Teal and Reese at first and second. And the 1-0 pitch to Bevis is a ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Duke Stone still in the dugout, getting loose, trying to keep his arm warm. a little bit of activity in the Bulldogs bullpen getting ready. You'd like to see a few faces enter the game tonight, see the rest of the Bulldogs pitching staff. As that ball is low and inside for ball 2. Teal and Reese at first and second. Blake Bevis, the first baseman for Mississippi State, at the plate. The 2-1 pitch is low in the dirt for ball 3. And a 3-1 count coming up to Bevis. Bevis trying to find his first hit as a Mississippi State Bulldog. A big opportunity here. 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch to Bevis. Off speed and outside for ball 4. So after that, runners load the bases. And now Nicholas Reese, in his first inning of work, might be taken out here after this mound visit right here, and that's exactly what's going to happen, as Mississippi State will now get to see a new pitcher. And Nicholas Reese, his time will come to a close. 1 inning pitch for Reese. 2 walks, no strikeouts, 27 pitches total. And we'll have a new face entering the mound. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back momentarily after this pitching change. You're listening to Mississippi State Baseball with the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we're back now for the bottom of the fifth inning, 2 outs away. Ryder Woodson in for the plate. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bulldogs lead 5-3 with a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Madden MacArthur, the tall, slender right-handed pitcher, wearing the number 55. Ryder Woodson 0 for 1 on the day. Takes the 1-1 pitch outside, but it's a catcher's interference, and that'll advance the runners. So Bulldogs add another run to go up by 3. They now lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So that advances the runners now to second, from first to second and second to third. Reed Stallman sits at second base. Blake Bevis sits at third. Ryder Woodson still at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. That ball is lifted into right field out of play. So a foul ball makes it a 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. State leads 6-3 over Hofstra. Pitch count resets. Calm night in Dudy Noble Field. Big early swing from Ryder Woodson on the 1-2 pitch, and that'll do it for the bottom of the fifth inning. Bulldogs add a couple runs, 2 runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back for the top of the 6th inning. State leads 6-3 over Hofstra. You're listening to Mississippi State Baseball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we're back now for the top of the 6th inning. Duke Stone still in the ball game. It'll be C.J. Griggs up to the plate, a righty-lefty matchup. A 1 pitch, fastball catches the outer part of the plate for strike 2, so Stone staying ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Dogs lead by 3, trying to maintain this 3-run lead. The 0-2 pitch is fastball low for ball 1. Griggs, 1 for 2 on the day. struck out in his first at-bat, but singled in his second. And the 1-2 pitch. And a big strikeout for Duke Stone. Stone now sitting at 3 strikeouts on the evening through an inning and a third. Only giving up 1 hit and 1 earned run. Now due up to the plate, Gabriel Malara, the third baseman, batting 1,000 so far here through the first game. 2 for 2. First pitch to him, a check swing and a strike on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Valera singled in his first bat with a ground ball right up the middle. Had a collision between Garrick Fry and Woodson. And in his second at bat back in the 4th inning, a double. Now he sits here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch and 91-mile-an-hour fastball outside for ball 2. Duke Stone in the windup. Winds and deals. That ball is lifted into left field. That'll get down as Bryce Chance will field it deep at the Warner's track and bring it in a stand-up double for Gabriel Malera, and he keeps his hitting streak alive. 3 for 3 on the night. Back-to-back singles and a double here in the top of the 6th inning. And now Duke Stone will now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out away in the top of the 6th inning. Now due up to the plate, Nick Galello, the right fielder tonight, also as well 2 for 2. Back-to-back singles, a single in the second, a single in the 4th. First pitch to him is fastball outside for ball 1. So 1 out, a 1-0 count to Galello. A runner in scoring position at second base. Duke Stone in the stretch. Looks over at second base, an off-speed pitch inside for ball 2. Righty-righty matchup. Duke Stone in the stretch. Glances over at second base. The stretch in the pitch. Fastball, and that's right over the head of Garrick Fry. He jumped up, tried to get it. Rounding third base is Malera, and he will stand up running through home plate. That'll bring in a run, and an RBI single makes this a 2-run ball game. Bulldogs lead 6-4 now over Hofstra. Bulldogs 6 runs on 2 hits, so they've taken advantage of the pitching mistakes from Hofstra, but have to tip your cap to the Pride for all they've been able to do. Now 9 hits, just haven't been able to secure the runs as this pitching staff for Mississippi State has been able to get out of some tough innings. Duke Stone in the stretch, a high fastball inside for ball 1. J.J. DeVito 0 for 2 so far tonight. A strikeout and a flyout back in the 4th inning. Now the 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. 6-4 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out away. 2 balls and no strikes. Duke Stone in the stretch. Gets set. The stretch in the pitch. And a check swing. Foul. That'll make it a 2-1 count here with 1 out away in the top of the 6th. Duke Stone, through an inning and a third, has allowed 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Has given up a walk and 3 strikeouts so far in his appearance. In relief for Ryan McPherson. Tries to pick it off over at first base. J.J. DeVito, the 8-hole hitter, the senior right-handed hitter. One of only 4 batters to not have a hit so far tonight. Now the 2-1 pitch, a check swing at 91, and that's a strike to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out away. Dogs lead by 2, but Hofstra threatening. Stone comes set, the 2-2 pitch, a big swing and a miss from DeVito, and a big strikeout, his 4th of the night for Duke Stone. 2 down in the top of the 6th, another Hancock-Whitney strikeout. State trying to hold that 2-run lead as they lead 6-4 over Hofstra. Now due up to the plate, Nick Biddle, the 9-hole hitter, the catcher for Hofstra. Now sits with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. And that pickoff gets away from Bevis, and it'll be Galello to stand up at second base. Now what you want right there. So now with 2 outs away, a runner in scoring position, Galello stands at second base. So Biddle, the right-handed catcher, in the batter's box, takes first pitch 1-0 with the off-speed pitch outside for ball 1. Biddle also 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to first base and flipped it over to McPherson for out number 1 back in the 2nd, and grounded out straight to first base back in the 4th. So now 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. A runner at second base, a big swing and a miss, and a big response from Duke Stone. 2-1 count now with 2 outs. Just over 2 hours and a quarter into this night with a 4 p.m. first pitch. As that 2-1 pitch is lifted over towards the right side, foul. That'll enter the grandstands just beyond the Hofstra dugout on the first base line. Nick Biddle sitting at a 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Deuces on the board, a runner at second base. Duke Stone, the stretch in the pitch, fastball outside, but off the mark, so full count coming up to Biddle. Duke Stone back in the stretch. Glances over at second, the payoff pitch. Low fastball, but not enough for the home plate umpire, and that'll be ball 4. As Biddle will make his way down to first base. And now Michael Brown will head to the batter's box, back to the top of the order for Mississippi State, and Justin Parker will head out to the mound to have a conversation with Duke Stone. With that, we're going to step aside, and we'll be back in just a moment with more Bulldog baseball. Dogs lead by 2 here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Back after the mound visit with Justin Parker and Duke Stone. 2 outs away. Runners at first and second. That first pitch is fouled back to Michael Brown. Brown, the leadoff hitter for Hofstra, yet to find a hit tonight, 0 for 3. The junior shortstop struck out in his first at-bat, popped out over to shortstop in his second, and struck out in his most recent at-bat. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Infield playing back. The 0-1 pitch to Brown. Catches the lower half of the zone for strike 2. Duke Stone ahead in the count here with 2 outs. Trying to get out of this jam here with the runners at first and second and preserve this 2-run lead. The 0-2 pitch to Brown. Check swing. Looks at the third base umpire, says he didn't go around. And so a 1-2 count coming up to Michael Brown. Close call there at the plate. A little bit inside and had to guess on the check swing. Duke Stone in the stretch, looks over at second. 1-2 pitch, fouled back, and that'll enter out of play. Dogs still lead 6-4 over Hofstra here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, a 1-2 count coming up to the leadoff hitter, Michael Brown. 1-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle, rolls it over to Garrick Fry, flips it over to the shortstop for out number 3. Bulldogs get out of the top of the 6th without too much damage. They preserve the 2-run lead. Now they lead 6-4 over Hofstra. Now due up to the plate, Garrick Fry, Kevin Maluski, and Bryce Chance. 7, 8, 9. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th for more Mississippi State baseball. And we're back now for the bottom of the 6th inning. Garrick Fry due up to the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. He shows bunt, but that ball will roll foul just down the third baseline. Nearly got to third base in time to graze over the bag, but just short and went foul. So after that bunt attempt. It makes it a 1-1 count here with no outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. State leads by 2 runs, 6-4 over Hofstra. Garrick Fry, the 7-0 hitter, still looking for his first hit of the day. Takes the 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Garrick Fry, a senior second baseman for the Bulldogs. The 2-1 pitch to him, off speed outside for ball 3. Garrick Fry grounded out in the 3rd inning to the second baseman and walked in his second at-bat, and he will take the 3-1 pitch high and inside for ball 4, and he'll make his way over to first base for his second walk of the day. Now due up to the plate is Kevin Beluski, the catcher for Mississippi State, transfer from Seton Hall. 0 for 2 this evening. Struck out in his first at-bat in the 3rd inning and grounded out to shortstop in the 4th inning. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. It'll be Madden MacArthur on the mound for Hofstra, the right-handed pitcher, as Kevin Beluski tried to bunt on the curveball as that rolls foul 3rd baseline. Couldn't make the play. Tried to advance Garrick Fry over to second base. Play a little bit of small ball and try to advance the runners. So with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Mississippi State trying to find some more runs in the tank. This pitch from MacArthur is foul tipped after Beluski tried to bunt once again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. 6-4 lead, Mississippi State on top of Hofstra. Garrick Fry sitting at first base after the walk. Matt MacArthur steps off of the rubber, and Beluski went to go have a word with the new assistant coach for Mississippi State. Sitting over on the 3rd baseline is Kevin Curtin, the associate head coach, 2-time National Assistant Coach of the Year. And over the past 15 years, his teams have been hitting above 300 as a team. So some great accolades for Kevin Curtin. As the 2-2 pitch is outside for ball 3, and Kevin Beluski has a full count coming up to him here with no outs and Garrick Fry at the first. Bottom 6, State still leads 6-4. And an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 6th. The payoff pitch and a big swing and a miss from Beluski, and a big strikeout for Madden MacArthur, the right-handed pitcher for Hofstra. So now due up to the plate is Bryce Chance, the 9-hole hitter, graduate student, yet to find the barrel to the bat, or the ball to the barrel, if you will, yet here in this game. First pitch to him as he tries to show bunt. Garrick Fry nearly caught at first base. A wonderful throw from Nick Biddle at catcher, trying to pick off Garrick Fry over at first base as he had a massive lead. Fry able to get back in time. MacArthur, the right-handed pitcher, tall, lanky, comes set, looks over at first. The stretch and the pitch is high and inside for ball 2. So fastball upstairs makes it 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out. Chance flew out to center field, flew out to right field. Now the 2-0 pitch is lifted into right field, and that'll be another flyout. 3 straight flyouts for Chance, and has just been unable to get the ball on some green grass this evening. He's been able to lift it into the outfield. 3 straight at-bats, just hasn't been able to get one down in play. So after that strikeout from Maluski and the flyout from Chance, we now sit with the fourth batter of this inning, James Nunnally, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 today. Started off the game with a hit by pitch, struck out in the 4th inning, and flew out to right field in the 5th inning. Now the 1-0 pitch is roped into right field, but just foul, right near the Anderson Plaza, right into the right field berm just over the Hofstra bullpen. And if that would have been in play, that definitely would have been extra bases, as Nunnally has been able to get a hold of the baseball, just hasn't been able to put it in play just yet. Excited to see whenever he'll find his first one. The 1-1 pitch, runner going. Garrick Fry able to steal second base. Nick Biddle tried to get the ball over to second on the pickoff, but lost the ball on the throwdown. So Garrick Fry steals the bag with no problem whatsoever. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. The bottom of the 6th, the 2-1 pitch is a line drive straight to the shortstop, Michael Brown, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base for Mississippi State, as that'll take us to the top of the 2nd inning. Score is still 6-4. We'll be back for the top of the 7th with more Bulldog baseball. And we're back for the top of the 7th inning. First pitch with Ben Davis on the mound as a chopper over to first base. Blake Bevis fields it and steps on the bag, and a quick out, number 1, to start the 7th inning. Ben Davis taking over in relief for Duke Stone. Duke Stone goes 2 innings pitched, gives up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and able to strike out 4 batters in his 2 innings. So now Duke Stone on the mound to pitching to Tyler Castratero. Second pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 2. With 1 out, the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, but it's fouled off. So Castratero stays alive here in his at-bat. Ben Davis, the wind in the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and Davis wasting no time here in the top of the 7th. A ground out on the first pitch and a strikeout with the second batter he faces, and another Hancock-Whitney strikeout to start out the top of the 7th inning. 2 away, Dogs lead by 2, 6-4 in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Danny Corona, the first baseman, check swing on the first pitch thrown to him. A fastball inside as Ace Reese moves over to shallow right field for the shift towards right field. The 0-1 pitch to Corona as that's fouled back left side. So just like that, with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, an 0-2 count coming up to the first baseman Corona. The 0-2 pitch, a low fastball for ball 1. So 1-2 pitch coming up to Corona. And another strikeout looking for Ben Davis. Davis comes into the top of the 7th inning and just dominates. A really quick inning to start off, and the Bulldogs will head into the bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to step aside. We'll be back momentarily for the start of the bottom of the 7th inning. And we're back now for the bottom of the 7th inning. Ace Reese fouls off the first one. Now to be Braden Gregg to check in for MacArthur on the mound. And the 0-1 pitch is lifted into right field. A line drive right into the right field berm. That'll go foul. And Ace Reese sitting at a 0-2 count quickly here in his 4th at-bat. Ace Reese struck out in his first, had a big single in the 4th, and hit by a pitch back in the 5th. Has a good take on the 0-2 pitch, as that one was in the dirt outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. State leads by 2 runs, leading 6-4 over Hofstra. Game is not over yet, but Mississippi State with a steady lead as the 1-2 pitch is a dribbler over to the pitcher, Gregg. He'll flip it over to first base for out number 1. So Aiden Teal, the left-handed junior, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in his first at-bat and has walked in his back-to-back at-bats. First pitch to Teal is a fastball outside for ball 1. Bulldogs had a slow start to the bats in this ball game. Didn't find a hit towards the end of the 3rd inning. Starting with Ace Reese, and the 1-0 pitch from Aiden Teal is lifted high into shallow left field, and that will be out number 2. So Aiden Teal still looking for his first hit. It won't come in the bottom of the 7th inning as of right now. And Blake Bevis, the first baseman, number 33, is due up to the plate. Bevis, the 6'4", 230-pound senior transfer from Ball State. 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to second base in the 4th, and walked in the 5th inning as he takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. 2 outs away in the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 State. 1-0 pitch to Bevis is low and inside for ball 2. On deck is Reed Stallman, the senior outfielder. 1 for 2 on the day. 2-0 pitch is in the dirt. In the dirt and off the chest of Biddle, the catcher for Hofstra. And a 3-0 count coming up to Bevis. Lefty-righty matchup. A 3-0 pitch. Inside fastball, not enough, so that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Bevis. And in his most recent 2 at-bats, he will have a walk and make his way over to first base. So Reed Stallman, with a double back in the 4th inning, now has another opportunity to potentially drive in some runs with the runner sitting at first base and trying to get something going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Dogs still lead by 2, 6-4. First pitch to Stallman at the knees and inside for ball 1. Stallman lined out to right field in his first at-bat, doubled into right field for his second at-bat, and walked in his 3rd one. Takes that second pitch outside for ball 2, so a 2-0 count coming up to Stallman, the DH for tonight. Stallman with 11 home runs last season has that home run hitting power. 2-0 pitch is outside, but catches the corner for strike one at 76 miles an hour. Two outs away in the bottom of the second, a 2-1 count to Stallman. 6-4 State on top of Hofstra. 2-1 pitch, off speed again, outside, ball 3. A 3-1 count coming up to Stallman. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hofstra moves their defense to the right in the shift. The 3-1 pitch, and that's a line drive up the middle. That'll get down just in front of the center fielder. Bevis moving to third base, and that'll be a stand-up single for Stallman. Advances the runner from first to third, and Stallman so far is your MVP of the night. 2 for 3 so far with a single and a double. And it comes in a big way here in the bottom of the seventh as State trying to add a few more runs to their total. Only 6 runs on 3 hits, only the third hit of the night, and Stallman has 2 of those 3 hits as a team for Mississippi State. Ace Reese, the only other batter in this lineup with a hit. Ryder Woodson still looking for his first. First one to him is high upstairs for ball 1. So after that base hit from Stallman sits at first, Blake Bevis sits at third, and now a mound visit is coming up for Hofstra. So Braden Gregg, the left-handed pitcher, is going to have a conversation. He might be taken out. We'll see. Quick conversation here. It doesn't look like it's going to be a pitching change. Just a quick conversation as the home plate umpire will make its way up to the conversation. And that'll be it. So Braden Gregg will stay on the mound. Just a quick situational conversation as runners at first and third, 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. Hofstra still trying to stay in this ball game. I mean, for a team like Hofstra coming into Dudy Noble to be only down by 2 runs against a top-ranked team like Mississippi State, a big opportunity. Great time for a conversation. The 1-0 pitch to Ryder Woodson inside for ball 2. 2-0 count. 2 outs away to Ryder Woodson, the shortstop for Mississippi State. As Braden Gregg, the left-handed pitcher, the stretch and the pitch, and that's a line drive deep into center field. Ranging back is Cox at the warning track and caught. That'll be out number 3. Mississippi State unable to find any runs come across the board. They add 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Still a close ball game here, 6-4. Stay with us as we head to the top of the 8th inning for more Mississippi State baseball. And we're back, an 0-2 count coming up to C.J. Griggs. It'll be Ben Davis still on the mound for Mississippi State. He'll step off the rubber and check over at the dugout, trying to make sure he has the right call for the right pitch to get the right punch out. As the home plate umpire will call a pitch count, so that'll be a 1-2 count. Brian O'Connor confused after the call from the home plate umpire. This will be a 1-2 count coming up to C.J. Griggs. Ben Davis trying to solidify the strikeout. 1-2 pitch, a chopper over towards second base. Gloved by Garrick Fry. Zips it over to Blake Bevis for out number 1. A very athletic play from Garrick Fry, and that's why he's our starting second baseman for Mississippi State, making plays over there whenever that ball nearly could have gotten into right field, but his athletic ability to get to that ball and get his feet squared and throw it over to first base for out number 1 shows why he's right there. So 1 out away in the top of the 8th inning. Ben Davis trying to shut things down for the Bulldogs and come away home with a victory as we sit in the top of the 8th inning. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball at 96 from Davis. So Davis ahead in the count on Gabriel Malera, who's batting 1,000 so far, 3 for 3 tonight. As the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball outside. That slider was fast at 89. Catches the outer half, but not enough for the home plate umpire. 1-2 pitch, the stretch in the pitch. Fastball at 96 outside to even it up at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out after the ground out to the second baseman. Davis moving fast. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and strike 3. 2 outs down, and Davis is wasting no time after that strikeout on the hottest hitter in this roster with Gabriel Malera, who was 3 for 3 on the night. And nonetheless, Ben Davis gets things done. Nonetheless, Nick Galello, who is also 3 for 3 on the night, also a perfect night so far. Ben Davis looking to shut him down, but a high fastball nearly hits Galello on the left elbow. That ball able to stay outside and keeps this at-bat alive. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. As Ben Davis pumps one over the middle at 95 to make it a 1 ball and 2 strike count with 2 outs. Ben Davis, the 1-2 pitch, a chopper over to second base. Garrick Fry gets in front of it, throws over to first base, and that'll be out number 3. Ben Davis has been balling out tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes through now 2 innings pitched. Gets things done here in the top of the 8th inning. That'll take us to the bottom of the 8th. Bulldogs still up by 2 runs, 6-4 over Hofstra. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th inning as Mississippi State looks to seal the deal and add a few more runs as we head to the bottom part of this ball game. We'll be back for more Bulldog baseball in just a minute. Welcome back to the action. Bottom of the 8th inning. Dogs lead 6-4 over Hofstra. I want to thank you for listening tonight to our most streamed broadcast, as well as the most attended record here in Dudy Noble Field. Just a big record night overall here in Starkville, Mississippi. 12,824 fans in attendance here at the Dude. An electric night here to start off this season as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off of the foot of Garrick Fry. Sit here in the bottom of the 8th inning. John Wesley Cochran here with you on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Glad to be with you. Bring you this opening matchup against Hofstra to lead off this beautiful season that Mississippi State has started. And the 1-2 pitch is a line drive headed towards center field, but a beautiful snag from Castratero, the athletic second baseman that was playing just over the right part of second base, and able to snag a base hit from Garrick Fry. I think if Castratero is standing in the typical second baseman position, that is a base hit, no doubt. But with the position of the infield, that was a very nice athletic play. So 1 out away, first pitch to Kevin Maluski is a ground ball over towards shortstop. And a great pick from Corona, the first baseman, after the throw from Michael Brown was in the dirt, and a great scoop from the first baseman Corona to get out number 2. So just like that, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as we're approaching 7 p.m. local time, just around a 3-hour baseball game here at the Dude. And Bryce Chance, the graduate student and the 9-hole hitter, this veteran, leading the back half of the lineup for Mississippi State, stands in the batter's box, takes first pitch, outside for ball 1. Two outs, one ball and no strike. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Dogs lead by 2. 1-0 pitch is a fastball inside for strike 1 to even it up at 1-1. Bryce Chance 0 for 3 on the day. Just hasn't been able to find some grass so far tonight. He's had 3 straight lineouts towards right field and center field. His first one was center field, and back-to-back ones into right field, sort of in that right center area. Just hasn't been able to find some empty grass for that ball to land. Now the 2-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. 74 miles an hour from the left-handed pitcher Braden Gregg, and switched up the speed on Chance and had him swinging very early. As Gregg comes set in the stretch, deuces on the board, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. That's another fly ball into shallow right field and another fly out. And Chance on that fly out ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base for Mississippi State. And that'll take us to the top of the 9th inning. Bulldogs 3 outs away from closing out game 1 of 26, trying to solidify a victory as Ben Davis will head out to the mound to seal the deal for Mississippi State. We'll be back. Dogs lead by 2, 6-4. We'll be back for the top of the 9th inning for more Mississippi State baseball. And we're back now for the top of the ninth inning. Ben Davis back on the mound to try and solidify a victory for Mississippi State, only 3 outs away. A 1 pitch to Michael Craig, a fastball inside for strike 2. Davis ahead in the count already. Want to thank you for tuning in tonight to Mississippi State's first game of the season with the Bulldog Student Sports Network. As that fastball hits the toe of Craig, so that'll be a hit by pitch for Ben Davis. So 1 runner on. Yeah, like I was saying, I want to thank you again for tuning in tonight. Stay tuned for our softball matchup this weekend at News Park. Mr. Wesley Webb will be on the call for softball, so stay tuned for him. Nick Biddle takes first pitch for a strike, so he sits at an 0-1 count. Ben Davis in the stretch. Looks over at first, comes set. The stretch in the pitch, and another fastball outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the ninth. Dogs lead by 2 runs, so this game is not over just yet, but an opportunity to close it out with an experienced pitcher like Davis. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and a strike 3. And Nick Biddle, the catcher for the Hofstra Pride, goes down swinging. And out number 1, 2 outs away for Mississippi State to solidify game number 1. So to be top of the order for Ben Davis to face, as Michael Brown 0 for 4 on the day, looking for his first hit of the season. Takes first pitch down and inside for ball 1. It'll be Craig for the Hofstra Pride standing at first base. And Michael Brown at the plate, the tying run. The 1-0 pitch is high and outside for ball 2. Michael Brown, the shortstop for the Pride. Left-handed hitter, righty-lefty matchup. 2-0 pitch, fastball, and Ben Davis responds with the strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out away. Davis looks over at first, comes set. The stretch and the pitch. 2-1 pitch, catches inside for strike 2 to even it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Due up is the center fielder Cox on deck. Michael Brown steps out of the box and composes himself, enters back into the box. Umpire says, let's play ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch, a chopper over towards the Hofstra dugout. An inside heat. Michael Brown able to get the inside part of the bat on the ball and turns it all the way inside over towards his own dugout. Count remains the same. 1 out, 2-2 pitch coming away. The stretch in the pitch, and another foul ball deflects off of the screen on the left side. Ball comes right back to Maluski for Mississippi State. Brown steps back into the batter's box. Brown, the tying run at the plate with a runner at first base. 1 out away, the 2-2 pitch. Line drive into left field. That'll get down. Runners moving. Brown going to third base, and he'll slide in safe. So just like that, runners at second and third with 1 out. So Brown will slide into second base safe. Craig advances from first to third, and Justin Parker's going to head out to the mound to have a quick conversation with his veteran reliever, Ben Davis. Tyler Cox is due up to the plate. Hasn't connected on the ball so far tonight, but just like we saw the batter before with Michael Brown, he was due for a base hit, 0 for 4 in the night. He connects on his first hit of the night. Hofstra Pride6 runs tonight with 10 hits compared to Mississippi State's 6 runs on 3 hits. Mississippi State has just seemed to take advantage of mistakes and has been able to find runs in more ways than one. So runners at second and third. Tyler Cox up to the plate. First pitch to him is a line drive deep to center field, ranging back at the warning track, and that is caught for out number 2. Runners will tag up from second to third and from third to home. So Mississippi State now with that RBI from Tyler Cox now sits at a 1-run lead, 6-5 in the top of the 9th inning with the tying run at third base. Tyler Castro-Taro up to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. Had a base hit back in the 5th inning, a walk back in the 4th. Now takes the first pitch for a big swing and a miss for a strike. Ben Davis, righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Umpire says he went around. So 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes. Fans are on their feet. And a coach timeout as the hitting coach wants to have a conversation with his batter, Tyler Castro-Taro. So after this quick little conversation, Tyler Castro-Taro will head back to the batter's box. The righty-righty matchup. Now with Michael Brown, the tying run at the third base. And the 0-2 pitch is an off-speed pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Mississippi State wins it 6-5, and you can wrap this one in maroon and white. Ben Davis strikes out the batter, and the Bulldogs take the first game of the 2026 season home, 6-5 over Hofstra. Brian O'Connor able to close it out, gets his first win as the Mississippi State Bulldogs head coach in his first season with his brand new staff. And this is exactly what you want if you're a Mississippi State fan. Bulldogs close out the first game. Not a perfect performance by any stretch. Hofstra, a very, very great opponent. 5 runs on 10 hits. Mississippi State 6 runs on 3 hits. Not exactly what you want to see from the batter's perspective, but you have got to hand it to your pitching staff who came in, 3 pitchers, Ryan McPherson, Duke Stone, Ben Davis. Duke Stone comes in and gets the win here, so that his victory, his record improves to 1-0. Ryan McPherson starts this game off 4 innings pitched, gives up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Duke Stone comes in for relief in the middle innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Ben Davis comes in for the save, pitches 3 innings, gives up 1 hit and 1 earned run and 5 strikeouts. Ben Davis, your pitcher of the night. And if you're looking at Mississippi State's roster, it has got to be Reed Stallman, who is your player of the game. 2 hits, a double, and a single. Came up in a big way. Closes out Mississippi State and puts some runs on the board, gives some life. Started off with Ace Reese earlier in the game, and Reed Stallman just connected 2 out of the 3 times. Mississippi State off on the right foot here with their first win of the season. They win, final score 6-5 over Hofstra. We'll be back next time. Thanks for tuning in for Mississippi State Baseball and the Bulldog Student Sports Network. We'll see you next time.